FIFA, we can only and strongly disapprove the Krieg, which is a closed shop, which is a breakaway from the current institutions, from the leagues, from the associations, from UEFA and from FIFA, which is outside of the system. There is no doubt whatsoever of FIFA's disapproval.
He's in reaction to it, but 90% of it was either get rid of VAR or have less VAR. This is more VAR.
But what you
is that a negative?
It's in the game. Like, it's going to be in the game. We like it. It's a positive or negative.
Put more in.
Yeah, but we're trying. This is a problem. VAR should have worked in football, but as always, our product, we want to add it and put our own spin on it. And what we've done is just confused everyone. We've confused the players, the coaching staff, people that work in the media, the paying public, the fans, everyone that loves football. We've just confused everyone because we wanted to add our own spin on it and caused ourselves more problems. Hence why we talk about it every single week.
But what I think we forget is we used to talk about refereeing decisions all the time. And if you go back pre-VAR, everybody, every single fan, everybody in the media, every manager, every player was saying, oh, we've got to get some technology in because we're getting too many decisions wrong. There's a real choice here. There's a fundamental choice. You either have VAR or you don't. You either want more decisions right but accept there's going to be more interruptions to the game, or you don't and you accept there's going to be more wrong decisions. There is something that's really key here, though, Tom, that you hit there. You said we're getting more VAR. The PGMO, the Premier League, the English football authorities are determined to avoid VAR creep. They don't want more VAR. They don't want it to go into more and more detail about some of the lesser decisions. IFAB, and in particular FIFA, very much do. Pierluigi Collina, you'll remember him, the referee, was one of the best referees the world's ever seen. He's their head of referees. He's pushing for more VAR. We're going to go on to talk about VAR potentially looking at corners at the World Cup. I can tell you now, the Premier League and the Scottish Premiership, I think, are very unlikely to go for it. The Premier League don't want it, and they will, because it's optional, they won't have it. But FIFA are pushing it. And I think a fundamental concern here is, if a corner is given incorrectly in a World Cup final, and it leads to somebody winning the World Cup when they probably shouldn't have done, that's massive for FIFA. For the Premier League, it's about a 38-game season. There's going to be a lot of decisions.
Of course, but I just feel like this is a knock-on effect with English football as well with the VAR, because we say, oh, it takes so long, it's just another bit where we seem to take ages for corners, we take ages for throw-ins, goal kicks. It's just a knock-on effect where we're kind of jumping on it. VAR, it works when it's used properly. For me, it works when it's used properly, but we try and confuse the lines and everyone doesn't understand actually what's going on.
Just to confirm, over here, we're not going to do this.
So,
but it is at the World Cup.
IFAB made a load of law changes on Saturday, which will come into effect for the start of next season, but they'll be trialled at the World Cup, so expect to see them in the World Cup. Let me run them through you very quickly. Second yellow cards we've just talked about. They're going to try and cut down on time wasting some more, which we'll talk about in a moment as well. And they've decided that they will have VAR to review corners at the World Cup, but that isn't been made statute in law. It's not a change to the laws of the game, so it's optional for individual competitions to decide if they want to introduce it or not. I can tell you now, the Premier League will not introduce it. The PGMO will not introduce it. We will not be having that unless it is made law in years to come, and we have to.
English football has been thrown into turmoil after Professional Game Match Officials Limited, PML, confirmed that officials involved in a controversial VAR decision have been suspended following a heated match in the Premier League. The decision, which many believe played a crucial role in determining the outcome of the game, immediately sparked widespread backlash across the football community. Fans, pundits, and former players all voiced strong criticism after the incident, questioning how such a contentious moment could stand despite several video replays. During the match, a major refereeing decision was reviewed through the video assistant referee system, yet the on-field ruling remained unchanged. While VAR was introduced to improve accuracy and eliminate clear errors, critics argue that the technology has instead created more confusion due to inconsistent interpretations. Multiple camera angles appeared to raise doubts about the call, and within minutes of the decision, social media platforms were flooded with debate and frustration. Many supporters pointed out that similar incidents in previous matches had resulted in different outcomes, fueling concerns about fairness and consistency. In response to the controversy, Professional Game Match Officials Limited announced that the officials involved in the VAR process have been temporarily stood down while a full review takes place. The move is seen as a significant step toward accountability, but it has not fully calmed the anger among fans and analysts. Some believe the suspension signals that the governing body acknowledges the seriousness of the mistake, while others argue that deeper structural reforms are needed to restore trust in officiating. One of the loudest demands from supporters and football experts is for greater transparency in how VAR decisions are made. Many have called for the public release of the audio recordings between referees and VAR officials, a measure that could help explain how certain decisions are reached. Proponents believe that hearing the discussions in real time would improve understanding and reduce accusations of bias or incompetence. The latest controversy has reignited a long-running debate about the effectiveness of VAR in English football. While the technology was introduced to bring clarity and fairness to crucial moments, repeated disputes have left many questioning whether the system is being used effectively. As the review continues, this incident could become a turning point in how officiating standards are enforced in the Premier League. For now, the conversation around fairness, consistency, and integrity in English football shows no signs of slowing down.